Throughout history, men imagined gods capable of lighting stars, splitting mountains, or destroying worlds with a single gesture. But which of them was the most powerful? Zeus with his lightning, Odin with his wisdom, or the gods of America? Today you will discover the definitive ranking of the 10 most powerful gods in mythology. And the number 1 will surprise you. History of the Immortals. Where history roars with steel and legend, subscribe and be part of the legacy that never dies. Beyond myths, there are mythological gods capable of molding worlds, whose power surpasses all imagination. Today we will discover their greatness, their exploits, and the secrets that made them feared even by other gods. In this ranking, we don't just measure force or lightning bolts. We consider their mastery over elements, their influence over life and destiny, their legendary feats, and the limits that even they can't overcome. Get ready to immerse yourself in a universe of absolute power. This is the top 10 of the most powerful gods in universal mythology. Position number 10, Hades, Lord of the Underworld. The shadows open before us and reveal a kingdom that everyone, without exception, must face someday: the underworld. There resides Hades, the absolute lord of death, whose power transcends life and marks the inevitable destiny of every being. No hero, king, or even demigod can escape his dominion. Sooner or later, everyone must surrender to his authority. In his kingdom, the rivers of the underworld flow eternally. The Styx, where the gods swear unbreakable pacts. The Lethe, whose waters make us forget all memory. And the Acheron, a river of lamentation that drags souls into eternity. Every shadow that walks under his watch belongs to him, and every treasure hidden beneath the earth, from gems to gold, is the property of his kingdom. Even the depths themselves tremble at their presence. Hades possesses allies who reflect his absolute power. Cerberus, the three-headed dog, guards the gates of the underworld, and the Furies pursue mortals who defy divine justice. His helmet granted him invisibility, allowing him to move between worlds without being detected. His realm is so vast that it is said that under every mountain, in every deep cave, a portion of his domain patiently awaits the souls that are to come. And yet Hades has a limit. His power ends when he crosses the threshold of the underworld. It cannot rule the heavens, nor the oceans, nor alter the course of time. His influence, though terrifying and absolute in his domain, does not reach the cosmos or creation. That's why, despite being the embodiment of death, the hidden wealth and secrets of the underworld, he ranks 10th in our ranking, with a rating of 6.5 out of 10, as a reminder that even the most fearsome have borders. Position number 9, Ra, the Eye of the Eternal Sun. The sky is ablaze with a golden glow that crosses deserts and rivers, illuminating temples, pyramids, and entire cities. The solar boat of Ra sails the skies on an eternal journey. Every dawn is a battle against the darkness, a daily confrontation with Apophis, the cosmic serpent who tries to devour the light and plunge the world into nothingness. Its radiance not only brings humans, animals, and gods to life, but maintains the delicate cosmic order of the Egyptian universe. When night falls, Ra descends into the underworld, where dangers lurk in every shadow. There he faces forces that could extinguish the sun forever, but his power is unbreakable. Every dawn that emerges victorious is a reminder of its supremacy. Its warmth fertilizes the earth, fills rivers with life, and blesses entire empires. Even the pharaohs received his favor as a symbol of divine legitimacy, and it was believed that Ra's own eye could observe human hearts, judging truth and falsehood with absolute accuracy. A little-known fact is that, according to some myths, Ra could transform into various animals and minor deities during his nocturnal journey, adopting forms that allowed him to deceive enemies and protect creation. His fiery gaze and sun disk represent power, wisdom, and eternity. But his influence has limits. He doesn't control all the gods, nor can he manipulate time beyond the solar cycle. That is why, although majestic, essential, and eternal, Ra occupies this position in our ranking, with a rating of 7 out of 10, a god whose light illuminates and gives life, reminding us that even the brightest have borders. Position number 8, Thor, the Thunderhammer. The sky breaks with a roar that makes mountains and oceans tremble, while lightning illuminates the horizon. Thor, the god of thunder, wields his hammer Mjolnir, a weapon capable of destroying mountains and obliterating armies with a single blow. His power is not limited to physical strength. He controls storms, lightning, and the fury of the heavens, being the protector of Asgard and the worlds connected by the Yggdrasil. Every storm that rages over Midgard is a reminder of his vigilance and unwavering strength. Among his legendary feats, Thor has defeated giants who threatened to destroy kingdoms, saved the gods and humanity from invasions and catastrophes, and faced his great enemies, including the serpent Jormungandr, in battles that shook the heavens and the earth. His hammer, Mjolnir the Worldbreaker, unfailingly returns to his hand after every throw, a symbol of his absolute authority and divine connection to the elemental force of nature. A little-known fact is that Thor also possessed a magic belt called Megingjord, which doubled his strength, allowing him to face threats that no other god could withstand. Yet, despite his devastating power and unparalleled heroism, his dominion is limited to the heavens and the earth. It does not control the creation of the universe or the threads of destiny, functions reserved for the most universal gods. That's why, although feared and revered for his strength and bravery, Thor occupies this position in our ranking, with a rating of 7.5 out of 10, a god whose fury and strength make worlds tremble, reminding us that even the most powerful face limits. Position number 7, Viracocha, the forger of the cosmos. The clouds separate over the Andes, and a golden light illuminates valleys, mountains, and sacred lakes. Viracocha emerges, the forger of the cosmos, walking on the earth that he himself created. With his power, he shaped mountains, rivers, and oceans, and formed the first men of clay and stone, breathing life into them with his divine breath. Every creation, every valley, and every starry sky bears his signature, reminding us that he is the architect of entire worlds and civilizations. Among his legendary feats, it is said that after creating humanity, Viracocha traveled throughout the Andes, teaching laws, culture, and art of the Inca civilization, guiding his people toward order and harmony. It is said that he could control natural phenomena. Storms, rains, and earthquakes obeyed his will, and that, when he withdrew from the land, he walked on the ocean, disappearing into the mist, leaving in his wake miracles that still fascinate mortals today. A surprising fact, according to some myths, Viracocha could change shape at will, appearing as an old man, warrior, or even animal, to observe humanity without being recognized and test his courage or wisdom. However, his power, though immense, has limits. He does not rule the heavens or control the destinies of the other gods, nor can he manipulate the entirety of time and the cosmos as the highest universal gods do. That is why, although supreme creator and guide of civilizations, Viracocha occupies this position in our ranking, with a rating of 8.2 out of 10. A god whose creation and wisdom shaped worlds, reminding us that even the architects of the cosmos face borders. Position number 6, Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent. The sky is agitated, and the winds bring a green and golden glow over the mountains and jungles of Mesoamerica. Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent, emerges from the mist and volcanoes, uniting heaven and earth in his majestic presence. His dominion is absolute over the wind, the rain, the knowledge, and the creation of humanity. The Aztecs credit him with inventing the calendar, agriculture, and the wisdom that guides mortals at every step of their lives. Among his legendary feats, Quetzalcoatl brought culture and civilization to the peoples, teaching the art of writing, astronomy, and the laws that sustain cosmic order. He is said to have defied darker gods, confronting Tezcatlipoca and sacrificed part of his own essence to bring light and life to the world. His presence could sweep the heavens like a glowing green comet and descend to earth in the form of a warm wind or feathered serpent, inspiring awe and reverence at the same time. According to ancient codices, Quetzalcoatl could undo the bonds of his human form to liberate his essence. Like a serpentine spirit of wind and feathers, he glides invisibly between the realms, reaching remote corners to observe and guide humanity. However, his power has limits. He cannot control the oceans or the skies in their entirety, nor alter the time or destinies of other universal gods. That is why, although his influence on humanity and nature is immense, Quetzalcoatl occupies this position in our ranking, with a rating of 8.5 out of 10. A god who unites heaven and earth, culture and magic, reminding us that even the wisest and most powerful face borders. Position number 5. Odin, the All-Father. The mist of the 9 worlds dissipates and the heavens open before us, revealing an all-observing, all-knowing figure. Odin, the father of all, the god who walks between wisdom and war. His domain encompasses magic, prophecy, war, and supreme knowledge. Every word, every spell, and every battle is guided by his will. His eyes, one of them sacrificed for wisdom, can penetrate the secrets of the universe and read the fates of mortals and gods alike. Among his legendary exploits, Odin traveled the 9 worlds in search of wisdom, hanging from the Yggdrasil for 9 days and 9 nights to learn the secrets of the runes. He has led Einherjar's armies in Valhalla, prepared Ragnarok and faced giants and dark gods, always one step ahead thanks to his strategic mind and prophetic vision. His spear, Gungnir, never fails, and his ravens Hugin and Munin travel the worlds to bring him information that few could imagine. An incredible fact: Odin had the ability to exchange his form and spirit with other creatures and mortals, allowing him to spy, teach, or punish without being recognized, making him a master of invisible strategy and subtle manipulation of reality. However, his power, though vast and fearsome, has limits. He cannot create worlds out of nothing, nor completely alter the course of time, nor control the lives of all the gods. That's why, although he is the god of wisdom and war, Odin occupies this position in our ranking, with a rating of 8.7 out of 10. A god whose gaze sees everything and whose knowledge guides everything, reminding us that even the wisest face borders. Position number 4. Poseidon, master of the oceans. The waves rise and the seas roar with an earth-shaking power. Poseidon, the master of oceans and earthquakes, emerges from the depths with his trident, symbol of absolute strength. His dominion encompasses the seas, rivers, earthquakes, and horses, making every current and tide obey his will. Sailors pay tribute to him, as a simple gesture with his trident can unleash storms that sink entire fleets or calm the waters to save lives. Among his legendary exploits, Poseidon fought sea giants, participated in the War of the Titans, and shaped islands and coastlines with the power of his tides. It is said that he created the horse to impress the gods and humans, and that his fury caused earthquakes and tsunamis capable of changing the course of history. Its presence in Greek mythology is a reminder that the oceans, source of life and destruction, are under its eternal watch. Beyond his trident, Poseidon was a master of metamorphosis. He could undo his Olympian form to glide into the depths like a dolphin, gallop over the waves like a sea stallion, or soar like a giant of the waters, an embodiment of the ocean's power. This ability allowed him not only to roam his vast domains undetected, but also to spy on mortals and gods, a power as unpredictable as the sea itself. However, his power has limits. Although he dominates the seas and the land he touches, he cannot govern the sky, time, or the creation of the cosmos, functions reserved for Zeus and the universal gods. That's why, although feared and revered for his power over land and seas, Poseidon occupies this position in our ranking, with a rating of 8.8 out of 10, a god whose fury makes continents tremble and whose strength keeps the world balanced, reminding us that even the most powerful face borders. Position number 3. Zeus, the father of lightning. The firmament is illuminated with a blinding flash, and thunder shakes the earth. The ruler of Olympus appears, the god who governs the heavens and whose lightning decides the fate of gods and mortals. His power is so vast that he controls the storms, winds, and primordial forces of the sky. Every flash of lightning that crosses the night is a reminder of his supreme authority, and every throne that rises in the world is but a shadow of his own. Among his exploits is how he led the Olympian gods in the great war against the Titans, confronting his own father, Cronus, and overthrowing a lineage impossible to break. It was he who punished Prometheus for stealing divine fire, and who intervened in the deeds of heroes such as Heracles and Perseus, tilting the fate of battles and entire kingdoms with a single gesture of his will. No god has left such a deep mark on Greek mythology, for his voice was law and his decree was destiny. An incredible fact. Beyond his lightning, Zeus possessed a legendary shield, the Aegis, covered with the head of the Gorgon Medusa. When he lifted it, even the gods trembled, for its brightness could terrify and scatter whole armies. It was a symbol so imposing that even the bravest heroes fell to their knees before its brilliance, unable to hold its gaze. And yet, even his supremacy has limits. He does not rule the oceans of Poseidon, nor the underworld of Hades, nor does he alter the threads of the fate of the fates. That is why, although he is the undisputed monarch of Olympus and an absolute symbol of divine authority, he occupies this place in our ranking with a rating of 8.9 out of 10. A god whose thunder makes eternity vibrate, reminding us that even the kings of heaven must bow to fate. Position number 2. Vishnu, the guardian of the universe. Out of primordial silence arises a vision of infinite vastness, a cosmic ocean without shores, and above it, lying on the serpent Ananta Shesha, lies the one whose sleep sustains existence itself. With his breath, the worlds are born and die, order flows from his mind, and with each blink of an eye, the universes appear and disappear like sparks in eternity. He is not only a guardian, he is the pillar that preserves the harmony of the cosmos in the face of the chaos that devours everything. His greatness is reflected in his vicissitudes, for when the balance is broken, he descends into the world in human or divine form to restore it. As Rama, he faced Ravana, lord of the demons. As Krishna, he guided Arjuna in the battle of Kurukshetra, revealing the secrets of duty, faith, and transcendence in the Bhagavad Gita. In other eras, he was fish, turtle, wild boar, and even lion man, reminding us that there is no impossible way for the one who preserves existence. An amazing fact, in the myth of the churning of the cosmic ocean, it was he who took the form of a turtle to hold the Mandara mountain on his back, allowing gods and demons to stir the waters and extract the nectar of immortality. Without that act, even the gods would have perished, for they lacked the elixir that maintains eternal life. And yet, its power has a limit. His role is not to initiate existence from a nothingness, nor to consume it with its anger. His function is to preserve, to maintain the delicate balance between cosmic forces, acting as the guardian of harmony, not as the creator or destroyer of the cycle. That is why he occupies the top of our ranking, with a maximum rating of 10 out of 10. A god who does not rule only one part of the universe, but ensures that everything remains in order. In every age, in every avatar, in every breath, the permanence of reality depends on him. His very existence is the reminder that the cosmos beats thanks to an eternal guardian. Position number 1. Brahma, the creator of reality. The shadows dissipate and reveal a radiance impossible to contain. The instant when everything comes out of nothing. There, in the center of the lotus that sprouts from Vishnu's navel, appears the figure of 4 faces, 4 gazes that observe in different directions, since their vision encompasses the beginning of everything that exists. His voice is not a murmur, it is the creative song that shaped the cosmos, the Vedas embodied in words that traced order from emptiness. The power of Brahma, the great architect, transcends human comprehension. From his mind were born the Manasputras and other beings who assisted him in his task. According to legend, one day of his existence is a kalpa, an immense cosmic age. When his day begins, he organizes and shapes the universe. When its night comes, the cosmos partially dissolves, returning to calm before being reborn. Nothing escapes his meticulous ability to generate forms, concepts, and the order of this reality we inhabit, making him the master of the design and structure of the cosmos. Among his greatest deeds is the creation of the Prajapatis, the first progenitors, and the gift of sacred knowledge that guides the sages. Its four heads represent the four Vedas, pillars of Hindu wisdom, a symbol of its role as the guardian and origin of all knowledge. Brahma, the great architect, shapes and organizes the worlds of creation. His power is such that the whole universe has been compared to a dream of his. Upon awakening, creation manifests, and upon falling asleep, the cosmos dissolves into an eternal cycle. However, his presence symbolizes the eternal origin and gives it the maximum rating of 10 out of 10. For as long as there are stars, as long as every being breathes and every river flows, everything will remember that there was a first breath, a creator who started it all. Thus concludes our journey through the most powerful gods of universal mythology. From the abysses of the underworld to the infinite heavens, we have witnessed its greatness, its ability to shape the destinies of mortals and gods alike, and the limits that even the most supreme cannot overcome. Every flash of lightning, every ocean, every breath of creation reminds us that these beings are reflections of the ambition and mystery of the universe. And although this tour ends here, the story continues. If the gods sustain the cosmos, the mythological warriors were the ones who brought their power into battle, facing monsters, empires, and challenges that seemed impossible. Discover now our top 10 mythological warriors, where the bravest and most feared heroes in history face their destiny, leaving an indelible mark on eternity.